Good morning, Abhirami. Good morning, Watson. Good morning, Annie. Okay, without wasting time, just go with the answers. Why is DNA copying? Why is DNA copying so important? Why is DNA copying? First question, why is DNA copying? Why is DNA copying necessary for reproduction? Why is DNA copying necessary for reproduction? Okay. Why is DNA copying necessary for reproduction? Only 1 point answer I want. Sarthak, good morning. See, very simple answer is there. See, DNA is designed in such a way so that it can contain the genetic character of an individual. Okay, so what is the work of DNA? The DNA is designed in such a way so that it can contain the genetic character of an individual, and its most important work is to pass on the information from the parents towards the coming generation. Okay, and because of that, Watson, DNA is responsible for variation in an organism. But DNA is responsible for variation, but the most important thing is why is DNA copying necessary for reproduction? DNA copying is necessary because it is containing the genetic information. The most important coding about the living structure of a particular species is exactly carried forward by DNA. The most important coding about the species means we can differentiate a plant from an animal. We can differentiate a living organism from another living organism because of their different DNA pattern. Okay, so what can be the answer? What can be the answer? Genetic characters. It carries the genetic information from the parent to their offspring. Watson, I hope you might have understood. And it is exactly giving similar body design. Don't have confusion. Similar body design means exactly a human looks like human, an animal like different. Good morning, Ashutosh. Sorry, Ashutosh, I'm saying Anush. V Kavya, good morning, beta. So that is a very important question. Why is sexual reproduction considered to be superior to asexual reproduction in terms of evolution? In terms of evolution, why sexual reproduction is termed as superior as asexual reproduction in compared to asexual reproduction in terms of evolution? In terms of evolution, why sexual reproduction is having more importance than asexual reproduction? Just 1 point I want from you. Just 1 point I want from you. Just tell the point. Why is sexual reproduction considered to be superior to asexual reproduction? Why sexual is superior than asexual? Very good, very good. Evolution is exactly Nandini, good morning. Evolution is gift of variation. Evolution is long-term variation. See, variation is exactly what? Some changes in the what you call the gene, because gene is carrying the genetic, gene is having that characters or traits. What we have discussed is alleles in what you call heredity and evolution. So now we understood that keep on changing keep on doing small variations, and in due course of time, like in some million years, definitely there will be a big change in the living structure of an organism. So that's why sexual reproduction gives more variation. Asexual reproduction, the amount of variation is less, because in asexual reproduction mostly clones are formed. Malarial parasite divides into many daughter individuals simultaneously through multiple fission. State an advantage the parasite gets because of this type of reproduction. What is the advantage of this? Offspring carries the half of the information from the parents and half from another parent, which carries lots of variation in the offspring. Yes, that is in Sarthak you can say in short that variation in what you called there is selection. Selection is more. Saran, good morning. Come on, tell the answer for this. I'm really waiting for this answer. Why? Because good morning, Saran. Just say the answer fast. Why? What is the advantage of malaria? You know that one shot itself 1000 copies will be formed. Once 1000 daughter cells will be formed. The ratio is 1 is to 1000. It will fastly spread in the body. Fast duplication or fast splitting of a cell, it will spread fast. But exactly, Watson, you have to exactly understand what they are asking from you. They are saying that what is the advantage of it? What is the advantage of it? Advantage. Good morning, beta. What is the advantage of it? A simple advantage of this is exactly that same clone, means same DNA contained daughter cell will be produced, and that production of the daughter cell is identical to the parent, will be in large number at one time. So this is exactly called as one of the advantage. Are you understanding this part? Okay, Shiva, good morning. This is exactly one of the advantage. Mention the method of reproduction used by amoeba and paramecium. Amoeba and paramecium, yeah, no need to go to mitosis and meiosis. This will be exactly 1 to 2 mark question. 1 mark question will be there, because 2 mark 1 mark question subdivision they will be asking. So directly say the answer, beta. That is, progeny is identical like parent, and single individual can be exactly reproduce in large number. In shortcut you can write like this: what will be the advantage of binary fission? Binary fission advantage will be less only. See, binary fission advantage, if somebody will be asking, then identical daughter cells similar to that of parents, more or less like clones. Okay, more or less like clones. So, but here you can see now variation is a type of disadvantage, because same parent constraint will not be getting as we are getting in asexual reproduction. Okay. So now next question go to next one, amoeba and planaria. Amoeba and planaria both are having asexual. Please kindly don't say asexual, it will break my heart, because asexual is definitely, there are two type of reproduction, mode of reproduction they are asking. Asexual and sexual are more, what you call, in asexual what mode of reproduction? In asexual what mode of reproduction? Amoeba and planaria. Amoeba is having binary and regeneration. Absolutely. Planaria is having regeneration. Planaria is having regeneration. Planaria is having regeneration. And amoeba is having what? Amoeba is having what? Amoeba is having? Amoeba is having binary. Name the information. Now next question. Name the information source of making protein in the cell. State 2 basic event in reproduction. Now this question is a really different question. Very good. One part of the question is correct only. I'm just moving away so that you can see the question and answer the question nicely. Name the information source of making protein. Name the information source of making protein in the cell. State 2 basic event in reproduction. First 2 basic information. DNA copying, existence of no. Akshaya, that first part is absolutely correct, beta. Name the information source of making protein in the cell, and the information source of making protein in the cell is DNA. This is the correct answer. Name the information source of making protein in the cell. 100% DNA is the information source of making protein in the cell. Bang on part. But state 2 basic event in reproduction. The first one is exactly creation of a DNA copy. First part is creation of DNA copy. Now second one, what you have said, Kavya, reproduction involve copying of DNA and cellular apparatus. Yes, That is additional cellular apparatus. That is additional cellular apparatus by the cell. Additional cellular apparatus by the cell, okay, additional cellular apparatus by the cell which is involved in the process, should I write involved in the process? Additional cellular apparatus by the cell involved in the process. So if this will not be done, then definitely the genetic constant and the informations cannot be carried forward. So the most important thing is कि okay, creation of DNA copying, first thing. Second is that they are creating additional cellular apparatus. Why? So that this genetic informations can be passed on from one generation to the other. Now name the two type of asexual reproduction. This question I don't want you to answer because you know this answer. Name any two type of sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. How are males and female produced in honeybees? How are males and female produced in honeybees? That is that answer. I don't want that answer. I don't want that answer. I want answer from this because I have discussed this question in class. And I have just gave a very short review of one specific term. No, the answer is not correct. The answer is absolutely wrong. How are male and female produced in honeybee? I have discussed this question with you and I told that this is exactly when the ova is not fertilized. Say think, when ova will not be fertilized and offspring will be coming, then definitely it's a shocking event. But we have exactly given a term to it. That is exactly called as parthenocarpy. We have already discussed this section. Okay, we have already by sexual reproduction, Kavya, it is okay. But I think parthenocarpy, I have discussed this point. So you can say that parthenogenetically means just remember this word. That is PARTH, partheno, THENO, partheno, PAR. I have discussed this part in the video. Parthenogenetically means what? Yes, Kakshya, I have discussed this one. Again, I am going to discuss this part, beta. Parthenogenetically means what? What happens in parthenogenetically? When an unfertilized, usually what happens? The ova is getting fertilized, and in female what happens? If ova is not getting fertilized, it is exactly the uterus inner thin lining will be breaking, okay, and it will come out as menstrual cycle. But this is for human I am talking about. But for honeybees, what happens? The unfertilized eggs, the unfertilized ova will give birth to male honeybees, and the fertilized ova will give birth to female honeybees. So this is exactly called as parthenogenetically. So when the unfertilized egg, remember when the unfertilized ova will be giving male and the fertilized will be giving female. This is a very special character. That's why this name is given as parthenogenetically. I hope you might have understood this one. Yes, I have discussed this one. Parthenocarpy word means without fertilization. That time without fertilization, if any organism is taking birth, so that is exactly called as parthenocarpy. And here parthenogenetically means the male and the female will be determined by fertilization. So if ova will not be fertilized, then it will be exactly giving a male. But if the ova will be fertilized, then it will be female. See what unique character it is. Understood what unique character it is? We are going to go for the next one. Why does fertilization takes place in human female? Why fertilization only taking place in human female? Where does fertilization, why does because I was about to talk about hemoglobin and all, but okay, fine. Just understand, where does fertilization takes place in human female? Where does fallopian tube or oviduct? Absolutely correct. Fallopian tube and oviduct is the correct answer. Name the following the tube which carry the spermatozoa out from the testis. Which tube is carrying spermatozoa out from the testis? Which tube is carrying Which tube is carrying? Can you tell me? Which tube is carrying spermatozoa? Spermatozoa means sperms, okay, along with this, that what we call it semen, only sperms. Only sperms, not semen. Vas difference is correct answer. The tube which carries spermatozoa out from the testis, spermatozoa means sperms, out from the testis is called as vas difference. The two phases covering the first half and the second half of menstrual cycle respectively. What are the two phases of vas difference? What are the two phase? This is a very important point. What are the two phase? The two phase covering the first half and the second half of menstrual cycle. What is the first half of the menstrual cycle called as, and what is the first half and the second half of menstrual cycle called as? First half and second half of menstrual cycle. First half and second half of menstrual cycle. The first half of menstrual cycle is called as proliferative phase. Proliferative. P-R-O-L-I. Proliferative phase. Proliferative phase. What it is exactly called as? Proliferative phase. First half is exactly called as proliferative phase, and the second half is called as secretory phase. S-E-C, secretory phase. So these are the two phases of menstrual cycle, proliferative and secretory. For proliferative and secretory, see, there are certain names and things which you must remember. So proliferative and secretory phase. Proliferative and secretory phase. So what is the question given to you? The two phases covering the first half and the second half of menstrual cycle. So first half of menstrual cycle proliferative, second half is exactly called as secretory phase. First prepare the uterus. Prepare the uterus for having for welcoming fertilized egg, and the second part is, if it is not there, then get ready for exactly menstrual cycle. So these are the two phases, secretory phase and proliferative phase. So now we will go for the next one. Next one is, which technique would you use for propagating improved varieties of mango and rose? Don't waste time more in this, just tell the answer. Vegetative propagation. I thought you will say the answer absolutely correctly. Which technique would you use for propagating improved variety of mango and rose? At least Ajay wrote cross hybridization. Cross hybridization means I will not be using natural techniques. Vegetative propagation will be coming for natural one, and if we are exactly in that, one simple method is there which is called as what? Grafting. Grafting would you use for propagating improved variety of mango and rose. So grafting is that method for grafting for, yes, grafting for certain plants is there. I discussed the name of the plant which is going for grafting, which is going for layering. So different plant have different process. You cannot write like asexual reproduction is done for a microorganism and you are just going to cover because you know different methods are there, and that in vegetative propagation somebody is writing that, let's, yes Ajay, grafting method is going to be the one. Grafting method is going to be the one. And you go in the special technique, improvised variety will be obtained in, where layering is only assuring same type. Grafting assures an improved variety, and that is one of the basis for cross hybridization. And that's why I approved the answer, but specifically go for grafting there. Mention one psychological advantage of grafting quality roses on wild rose stock. This is the answer. Exactly 18th question, answer is here. You see, mention one psychological advantage of grafting quality roses on wild rose stock. So this is exactly a type of improvised product. So now tell me the answer for this one, 19th one. See, this is mention one psychological advantage of grafting quality rose on wild rose stock. What is the need of that? Definitely, what is the only super advantage of this is that why we want hybridization, why we want this technique to work, because see, that is what, now one different quality of rose, another different quality of rose, and we are exactly doing grafting method for that, so that an improvised quality will be obtained. The reason behind is definitely the rose with a very nice disease resistance capacity, means why you are hybridizing, because you want a disease resistant plant. So 100% the rose with disease resistant quality and a better absorption of water and mineral. So why? Because if any plant will absorb water and mineral nicely, definitely the growth of the plant will be good. There are different quality of rose. Some rose sizes will be very big, some rose sizes will be small. So it depends upon water absorption, that quality. So quality improvisation if you want to do, then definitely grafting is one of a very important platform where we can exactly create a change in the hybrid. So name two chemical method used by human female to prevent pregnancy. This answer you know, but I am very shocked if you will be answering something different. So you know the answer, beta. Come on, quickly say the name two chemical method used by human female to a chemical method. So I am very scared. I don't want to write anything unwanted. Chemical method. If chemical method. Two methods they are asking. Oral pills, copper tea. This is what I was knowing you will make mistake. I was knowing, and copper tea is not that is a barrier method. Copper tea is a barrier method. Oral pills, tablets and surgery. Surgery is not a chemical method. Chemical method means either they have to take oral pills, means medicines to avoid pregnancy, or intrauterine like IUCD, that is a chemical method. It is exactly intrauterine, that is contraceptive device. Okay. Contraceptive, intrauterine contraceptive devices means chemical method that comes under barrier method. Tablets will be there. So there will be two different type. One tablet will be orally taken and another tablet will be taken to kill the sperms. Okay, so that is IUCDs. These devices will kill the sperms. That's it. So now, so there are chemical method is there, barrier method is there, surgical method is there. So barrier method is different, chemical method is different. Okay. Oral pills and tablets, fine. Now go for the next one. State the method used for growing rose plant. You know that. State what type of method is used for growing jasmine plant. Layering method. Okay. Name the largest cell present in human body. Name the largest cell present in human body. Just say the answer for this one. Name the largest cell present in human body. Name the largest cell present in grafting is correct only. Name the largest cell present in human body. Name the largest cell present in human body. Come on, come on, come on. Answer the question fast. Name the largest cell present in human body. Largest cell present in human body. Which is the largest cell present in human body? Ova is the largest cell present in human body. You are absolutely correct. Next, what is the effect of DNA copying which is not perfectly accurate on the reproduction process? What is the effect of DNA copying which is not perfectly accurate on the reproduction process? This question I have asked, and now you see this question came in which year? 2008. 2008, and recently also I think I have given you the age when, and this question I have discussed. So that day itself I told you at the time of discussing that these type of questions, when it will be coming, it will be very problematic for you. What is the effect of DNA copying which is not perfectly accurate on the reproduction process? Which is not perfectly accurate still. Yes, it is exactly one of the source of error or variation. It is one of the source of error and variation. Sometimes what happens, it will be exactly perfectly not copied means variation, and in that we have discussed now if more mistake, that means the DNA will be not contributing. That day we have discussed full answers. It will cause variations in the organisms. Okay, variations in the organism, that is one of the correct answer. Variation in the organism is one of the correct answer, but second part also I have discussed. So I was just wanting anyone to type. Yes, yes, Kamya, that was partially correct. Yes, exactly, there is a variation. There is a variation, and exactly it will result in error. It will result in less variation. It will be resulting in error. It will be resulting in error. We have discussed this question last class. I dictated the answer for you. Okay, write the expanded form of AIDS. That answer everyone will answer. What is AIDS? Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It's not a disease, it's a syndrome. What is vegetative propagation? List two functions performed by ovaries in a human female. What is the function of ovaries in human female? One, production of ova. Second is production of hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Which part of the plant can grow vegetatively? You know that there are different parts of the plant which can grow vegetatively. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, absolutely. So now look here, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome is absolutely correct answer, beta. Now which part of the plant can grow vegetatively? Which part of the plant can grow vegetatively? You know the answer. Which part of the plant can grow vegetatively? Correct, Watson? Bah. And this is exactly ready for giving me heart attack. The perfect answer is stem, root and leaves. So you have to involve all the three. Okay, stem, root and leaf. Stem, root and leaf. Stem, root and leaf. Absolutely correct answer. Now what is the function of pollen grain in flowers? Okay, which part? What is the function of pollen grains in flower? What is the function of pollen grains in flower? What is the function? What is the function of pollen grains in flower? Yeah, stem, root, leaves is absolutely correct. What is the answer for this one? What is the function of? So I'm just pollination. Very good. Very good, Anush. It is exactly fertilizing. It is exactly used for pollen grains are exactly fertilizing the egg cell. Pollens are fertilizing the correct only. It is fertilizing the egg cell present in the embryo sac of the ova. Okay, present in the embryo sac. Present in the, it is exactly fertilizing the egg present in the embryo sac of the ova. Which part of the plant over? What is the other name of calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium? Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. I have discussed very nicely androecium, gynoecium. Androecium, gynoecium. See, they will be asking you, throwing you in the technical terms means over. It is a male one, but what is the technical name of calyx? Calyx is what, beta? What is calyx? Calyx is calyx. Calyx. What is calyx? Calyx. Calyx name is sepals. Calyx other name is sepals. What is the other name of calyx? Sepals. Corolla. Corolla other name is? Corolla other name is? Correct only. Calyx is sepals. Corolla is? What is corolla? Corolla. We discussed that day, we were laughing and speaking. Corolla means petals, absolutely correct, Kamya, bang on beta. Corolla means petals, androecium and gynoecium. Andro means what? Androecium, pistils. For gynoecium, auntie, yes, that is the female reproductive part. That is pistil or carpel, what you will be saying? Pistil or carpel. Pistil or carpel is called for gynoecium. Pistil or carpel is called for gynoecium. Androecium is what? Then what will be androecium called as? Androecium goes for stamens. Stamens, S-T-A-M-E-N. Stamen goes for androecium. Pistil or carpel goes for gynoecium. Stamen. Okay? This is exactly calyx for sepals. Corolla for what you call? Corolla is pistil. Androecium means stamen. And gynoecium means pistil or carpel. Gynoecium is pistil or carpel. One is male, one is female. Yes. And we have discussed this one. What is the basic requirement of sexual reproduction? The basic requirement of sexual reproduction is continuation of life process on the surface of earth, or continuation of species, a specific type of species on the surface of earth. Okay. Name the two organisms that show asexual reproduction. You will answer. What is the difference between binary and multiple fission? You will answer. How does Hydra reproduce? Name another organism that reproduce by the similar method. 27th answer I want, because Hydra will be reproducing by yes. Now answer Watson, absolutely correct. Hydra will be reproducing by very good. Hydra will be reproducing by budding. Super beta. Hydra will be reproducing by budding. Which other organism are exactly doing this same method? Budding is possible for which other organism? Budding is possible for which other organism? Budding is possible for yeast is the absolute answer. Now Kamya has given exactly budding. Very good. Budding and yeast. Organism is yeast. Processes budding, and it is a type of asexual one. Name two plant other than fungi that reproduce through spores. Name two plants other than fungi which is exactly reproducing through spores. Let's see. Spores. Regeneration is a process of replicating of a particular type of cells. Okay, regeneration. In planaria, you can go for a pure regeneration. Here replicated cells. So our cells are also replicating, but we cannot say we are grown because of regeneration. No confusion. Regeneration process using there because the specialized cells will be used. That is the what you called spore plants. Spores. Yes. Other name. I want other name. Which other organisms will be exactly formed? Name 2 plants other than fungi that produce through spores. Actually, this is a stupid question only. Spores. Think about. From spores. Mushroom and ferns. For back support, remember this one, mushroom and ferns, ferns, mushroom and ferns. Yes, ferns and mushrooms. Mold is there, okay, because mold comes under fungi na, so mushroom is also a type of fungi, but okay, it is different because mushroom do not have what you called I have to explain the full process here. Rhizopus, but beta they ask the name of the plant. The problem is when you will be saying rhizopus, they are asking the name. And that is you have to say. See, when somebody will ask your address, then you have to tell the address. Problem here. Rhizopus you can go with, but mosses, ferns, that is exactly the examples for spores. Okay. Now go for this level. Why is regeneration considered a method of reproduction? Why is regeneration? See, everybody will be telling you regeneration is considered as a method of reproduction. But CBSE will ask you, why is regeneration considered as a method of reproduction? See, look here. Every time we know this method, now suddenly somebody came up and asked these questions. Yeah, that is coming for regeneration, but name is coming for hydra. Hydra part will be budding. Hydra part will be coming for budding also, beta. Budding also it is coming. Hydra part will be coming for budding. Hydra and yeast, beta. Hydra and yeast will be coming for budding. That whatever you are saying, na, tentacles formation will be there, bud formation will be there. In yeast also small bud will be formed, and then the regenerating cells will take the whole shot of the hydra formation. That is what I have discussed in the class. I think if you remember, I said na ki some organisms the full body structure will be regenerated wholly, like planaria, but some will be like one small bud will be formed there, and that part will be exactly regenerated to form. So we say that in our body also na ki one small cell will be there and the cells will replicate itself, and then a full structure will be formed. So once upon a time, first regeneration will be exactly one of the tool. No, planaria does not comes under budding. Planaria does not comes under budding. Okay, planaria does not comes under budding. Okay, you have to just understand one thing. If you will confuse here, it will be problem. Just create one simple information in your brain that regeneration means ki when a body will either form a full body structure or a body will replicate and make a specific part of the what you called organism. So like I told you, in our human body, that time I have discussed that liver is exactly containing regenerating cells. Sometimes what happens when our cell damage will be there, that time also regenerating cells will be helpful for what you call cellular recovery level. Okay, in cellular recovery phase it will do the recovery. Okay, but the problem here is all the organisms cannot go for reproduction. All the organism cannot go for regeneration fully. Planaria, if you will cut into pieces, it will be going like that. Hydra will be, and hydra will grow with budding also. So if one small bud will be formed. Okay, and that bud will exactly grow as same in that of yeast, since the one small bud will be formed and that will be containing the regenerating part, and then it will be full structure will be formed. So both content will be there. Please kindly carry forward both the part. Don't have confusion. The more you will think complex, the more just create the name right now, and after that in offline class I will explain the entire process. Okay, So give two example of organism which can generate from small part of their body. That is what? Now just say the answer for this. Why is regeneration considered a method of reproduction? Why is regeneration considered as a method of reproduction? Say the answer for this one. Very good. But here they are telling that why regeneration is considered as a method of reproduction. Regeneration is one of a part of method of reproduction, because some organism can regenerate their full body from a fragment, means from a small part. Some organism, I repeat, can regenerate their entire body without sexual act. They will be forming the entire body from one part of their body. So that's why regeneration is also considered a part. Last question. Which question? Number say beta. Number say. Number say, quickly number say. Question number 28 or 29. Why is regeneration considered a method of reproduction? Why is regeneration considered a method of reproduction? This question, quickly say. Because, okay. Now give two example of organism which can regenerate from small part of their body. Which can regenerate from small part of their body. Ayo, that's why I sent you the PDF of that one with pictures also, so that you can remember that one. But I don't think. Come here, right now only for Hydra you write budding. Now only for Hydra you write budding, nothing you write. After that, when you will return after examination, I will call you and I will explain what is the entire process. In our body, lizard is random things, lizard. What is the question given to you, beta? The question given to you is right now for Hydra you write budding, for budding yeast and Hydra you write. That's it. Planaria regeneration. Remember planaria regeneration. When you will return back, I will explain why regeneration is present in every places. One fragment will give a total organism and one fragment will be exactly specifically creating one part. That is a difference. I'll explain this one full. Okay, for question number 19 I said, okay, question number 29. Why is regeneration considered a method of, this is question number 29 beta. I think your answer came late. So name two plants. So what is the answer here? What is the answer beta? Just check this one out. Question number, I think we are moving to some other question. Why is regeneration considered method of reproduction? Give two example of organism which can regenerate from a small part of their body. Yeah, but first you prepare for this. First you prepare for this, Kavya. Some final phase work is going on there, beta. Yes, planaria is there. Give one example of organism which reproduce. Okay, name two example of organisms which can regenerate from a small part of their body. Planaria and okay, starfish and lizard cannot be growing from a small part of their body. In the lizard, only the tail is regenerating. So the tail the tail will regenerate. So lizard only tail will regenerate beta, the full body part cannot. In our body also now regenerating cells are there. Our livers are going for regeneration. So we cannot regenerate our full body part. Like forelimbs and hind limbs, now if it will cut, it will not be regenerated. But if you will cut a small portion of the liver, after some time the liver full portion will be generated. Okay, you can take the name of starfish, but the most important answer is what? Planaria and Spirogyra. This name I gave. I gave the name Planaria and Spirogyra. I have given the name of these two, which is exactly what you call growing from one fragment. Planaria and Spirogyra. Planaria and Spirogyra. Planaria and Spirogyra, these two names I have given and I have explained the process also. Human body only liver. We cannot grow better. Human body only liver is having regenerating cells. So right now what is more important is some very important topics. If you will confuse in examination, you will write something. So Planaria and Spirogyra, they will be exactly growing. So give one example of an organism which reproduce asexually by budding. Now you know that example Hydra will be there. You can take the name of Hydra. You can take the name of Hydra. You can take the name of yeast. Now name two body parts which human being can regenerate. Now right now only I was discussing about this and this question came. Name to question number 32. Everyone go for question number 32 and say the answer. What is question number 32? Name two body parts which human being can regenerate. Name two body parts which human being can regenerate. No, name the body parts which human body parts. Got it. Mama, I will definitely cry. At least, Pavi, I am really gone today. If you will write like this, I didn't taught you. Body parts, organ gland is different. Part, body part. Organ is gland is internal part. Liver is a gland. I didn't ask which gland is having regeneration. I asked which body part. Laugh out loud. Come, I'll give you a punch. Which body part, beta? Which body part is having regeneration? Part. Now you got. So only difference I discussed like that. Because liver is a gland. If you will write body part, they will kill me. That who taught you all this? So body part is hair and nails, which is regenerating again and again. You are cutting it and it is growing it. Now liver also you will cut, but it is a gland. Liver is a gland. And Watson has added liver, hair and nails, all three together. This is a smart answer. Whichever teacher will not like, she will cut, and whichever she will like, she will tick. Smart strategy. Good. Now, heart attack. Give one example of each plant which propagate artificially by cutting and layering. Now let's see. 100% you will write something. I am 100% sure I have done a very massive mistake, not given revision for reproduction, and now today I am feeling that this chapter has to be reproduced again. Now look here, chapter question number 33. Give one example of each plant which propagate artificially by cutting and layering. Name the plant which is exactly propagating. Kamya is asking which two organ will regenerate. One organ is liver only. Okay, now see my bacha party. Cutting, rose, layering, jasmine. Now this is absolutely correct. This is absolutely correct. You saved me from having a massive heart attack. Sugarcane and rose, okay. Cutting and rose, okay. Watson, what is your doubt? How does starfish regenerate, auntie? From one body part it will be starfish will be regenerating, but I really don't know the method of starfish regeneration. I have to go and research how starfish is regenerating. I only know Spirogyra and Planaria. Okay. Now next is name the process of reproduction in the following organism. Euglena and Rhizopus. Euglena, I have given the name. Euglena. Yes, rose will be coming for both. Grafting also. Now look here. Euglena and Rhizopus. Grafting is that only. Euglena and Rhizopus. See, Kamya is giving answer. Kavya, where you are doing cutting, there will not be what you call change because DNA will be same. But when you are doing grafting, actually the DNA variation means that time it will be a cross. Okay. See Mohammed. Good morning Mohammed. He is telling the answer is liver matto. For which answer you are telling sir liver? Euglena answer or Rhizopus? Or cutting and layering? See, my boss woke up now only. Which question he has given answer? You come in offline class. Answer please. Euglena is? Amma, now it is correct. You delete it, otherwise I am having a massive heart attack. I am going for. Now today teacher will give score to my children by laughing. Don't do research in the paper please, specifically for reproduction chapter. What is Euglena? Hey, Arif, you come. Euglena what is? Binary ray, Euglena is binary. Euglena is binary. We have discussed na planaria, Leishmania we have discussed. Binary fission na, that one tentacle flagella will be there, it will exactly break into two. That is, there are different type of cutting. One will be axial, one will be horizontal, and vertical will be there. We have discussed everything. So today a new chapter of reproduction is opening. What is Euglena? So binary, first one just now remember. Now just Euglena I will be going for binary. Rhizopus, I think Rhizopus at least you will answer. Spore formation. Rhizopus spore formation, and this one is, now you remember. Give me heart attack and then you will say, now auntie I remember you. Rhizopus is exactly going to be Rhizopus. I want Rhizopus, spore formation. Rhizopus is going for spore formation. This is going for binary. You know what? I am getting confused now. Give one example of each of the following. Plant which reproduce naturally by vegetative propagation of leaf. Plant which reproduce naturally by vegetative propagation of stem. One vegetative propagation leaf, one vegetative propagation stem. So one is vegetative propagation leaf, another one is vegetative propagation stem. Absolute. Bryophyllum is the correct one for leaf. Bryophyllum is correct for leaf, and we have discussed more about a very important food which is exactly a food item. Vatsan, which hospital you are going to admit me today? Tell me. Bryophyllum is correct. Bryophyllum is correct. Absolutely correct. Bryophyllum. Now plant which reproduce by leaf. Stem. Leaf is bryophyllum. Banana stem. See? And what about potato tuber? What about potato? You really studied my PDF? Seriously, I am having a serious high level doubt right now. Potato tuber, plant which reproduce naturally by vegetative propagation of stem. Naturally, potato tuber. In that many potato photos I have showed you. Just remember potato chips today. Now give the term for the pollination by wind and bats. Give the term for the pollination by winds and bats. Give the term for pollination. Wind pollination. No, this is my mistake. I thought last moment only I am going to write all this for all of you, because that day I bought that book now for last year questions and all, but that day I have not given all the questions to all of you. It's my mistake. So just write wind is anemophily. Anemophily. Phily. By wind, if the seeds are getting dispersed, it is called as anemophily. Cross pollination is a process of pollination. wind dispersal of seed means, when exactly, just understand here, there is a technical term, that technical term pollination by wind. Pollination by wind means ki when wind is helping in pollination, when wind is helping in pollination, it is called as anemophily. That day I brought the book and I forgot to tell you all these points. Anemophily, wind is anemophily. This is a technical term beta. Anemophily, wind is exactly going for anemophily. Yes, so only, I'm sorry, that's why I started laughing, that I forgot that. You all are asking that many questions, I just forgot everything. Now what about bat pollination? Bat is also, okay, bat is also, just note down this one. Note down this one. Wind is exactly called as anemophily. Anemophily. Written, if you have written about wind, then write about bat. Thank you, Kamya. Everyone, see Kamya's answer. Betimophily. Bah, super. I'm proud of my children. Very proud. Say batteryphily. Better. Chirop. CHI. Chiropterophily. 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 Chiroptero, mental ability trick. Mental ability. Today my mental ability is gone. Chiropterophily. That day exactly I bought the book for giving you these questions, but I forgot to give you all. I was giving only DNA and some very stupid questions. We discussed full questions we were unable to discuss. Chiropterophily. Chiropterophily. That is anemophily. Means if the question paper will kill me. that is called as chiropterophily, and this is called as anemophily. Anemophily and chiropterophily. Okay, just for the sake, if they will ask, yes, such long name, but beta once means if accidentally also they will ask, because sometimes they may ask any question, so we have to get ready for that only. This question, you see, I think they asked this question or not. Okay, I cut that portion of questions. I think they have asked. Okay, now look here. So plant which reproduce naturally by vegetative, no. So give two name, pollination by wind. Wind is anemophily and bat is chiropterophily. 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 Shall we go for the next one? Now our speed is reduced. Hey, give the term of for the pollination by wind and bat. Done. So now which vegetative part is used in the propagation of bryophyllum? Leaf. Name some plant where layering is used as a method of propagation. You know what happened to the ovule and the ovary after fertilization? What happens to the ovule and the ovary after fertilization? This is they are asking about plant. Please kindly don't say about human. Okay, I know. You will say, auntie, what will happen to the ovary for the human? No, what happens to the ovule and the ovary after fertilization? The moment you will be seeing this question, very good. The moment you will be seeing this question, means 100% they are not asking about, because in human, ovaries will remain ovaries. Na, it will not going to go anywhere. But in plant only the ovaries are changing. So what the ovaries are exactly going for? Ovule and ovary. What happens to the ovule? What happens to the ovary? What happens to the ovule? What happens to the ovary? Very simple answer. What happens to the ovule? What happens to the ovary? Something happens to the ovule, something happens to the ovary. What happens to the ovule and what happens to the ovary? Come on, quickly tell the answer. Ovule and See, very good. See, I taught you so nicely. See, they are exactly converting into zygote. And right now only I am talking about ovule forms the outer coat. Very good. Zygote formation, Kamya. They are asking what is the final product. See, DNA copying by Watson. Watson is copying the DNA of Kamya's answer. I lost my mental ability today. I know all of you are laughing. One is making fruit, another is making seed. See, my children need more practice and revision part. So I understood one thing. Ovule means seed, ovary means fruit. Now you are going correct. Vikavya, ovule means seed. That's what, beta, you don't have to, misjudge the concept. Otherwise, it will be very problematic. So, what is exactly done here is कि what happens to the ovule and the ovary. So, beta, we know that in human ovary will not go for a change. Ovary will be ovary only. But if they are telling change, that means 100% they are not talking about human. So, zygote formation and everything, we are not going to triple fertilization is not our card. They are asking a final answer. And beta, what will be the final answer is ovule will become converted into seed and ovary will be exactly getting converted into fruit after fertilization. Now, Sir Watson is absolutely correct. Ovule means seed, ovary means fruit. I'm sorry, I just joked, but it is, will they ask a diagram, auntie? No. Diagram, no. I think double fertilization method, see, double fertilization method PDF I have sent you. Double fertilization method I have already discussed with you. So just, I don't know, gut feeling is coming like double fertilization may be asked, like that type of questions they are asking. So double fertilization, one time you check in the PDF what I have sent you. What is the end product of double fertilization? Name the devil and devil appeared. What is the function of micropile? What is the function of micropile? Micropile I have discussed. The tube discussion we have done. What is the function of micropile? Plant diagram, female reproductive diagram, male no. They will give you the diagram, beta. The most important part is they will give you the diagram and they will ask to label it. Diagram drawing is out of syllabus, okay. They will give you a diagram and they will tell you that A, B, C, D they will mark and they will say that this organ part is which one, name that part. Name that part they will be asking you. But like organ part they will be asking, but they will not be telling you to draw, okay. Now that is out of syllabus. Now next is what is the function of micropile. I think micropile also I have discussed. Micropile at the time of teaching double fertilization, I have shown you the pictures of it. I have shown you the pictures of it and that time I have discussed. Now one tube will be there and what you call in the ovule region, one opening will be there. And from this opening only pollen is exactly entering. So this small opening is called as what? This is small opening. Yes, it is there in the syllabus. It is exactly in double fertilization. It is there in the syllabus, yaar. Micropile is there in the syllabus. In the PDF also it is there, Arif. You all are first not at all listening to me. You have to listen to me, beta. Micropile is what? It is in the part of fertilization. The micropile is the small passage through which the pollen is exactly entering. Okay, the pollen is exactly entering. Yes, pollen tube, beta, in the pollen tube, the connectivity between the pollen tube and the ova will be a small opening. Okay, like sphincter muscle is the opening between the stomach and the small intestine. In the same way, one small opening will be there or small passage will be there, which will be exactly allowing the pollen to go through the pollen tube towards the ova for fertilization. For ova for fertilization. So that is exactly called as micropile. That is exactly called as micropile, beta. Yes, pollen tube and ovary will be called as Kamya. Now you got it absolutely correct, beta. That is the correct one. Okay. Now, beta, can you tell the last one? What is the next part of the question asking from you? Yeah, name is not given in the book, but CBSE can ask this word, micropile. CBSE, if this book is, this PDF is having, means you know these questions are exactly important. So now do this. I have ticked these questions also. Micropile I have ticked or not? Yes, I have ticked this question. What is the end product of double fertilization? What is the end product of double fertilization? What is the end product of double fertilization? That's why between the PDF most important points I tried to discuss with all of you. What is the end product of, what is the end product, what is the end product of double fertilization? See, like this tricky questions they will be asking. Answers you are already knowing. Double fertilization, one, how that part will be exactly going. One of the pollen will be fusing with the nuclei, another one will be fusing with the other part. So that answer you are knowing, that double fertilization part. But what is exactly the end product of double fertilization? Then what answer? Because answer is very simple. You know the answer. You know the answer. What is the end product of double fertilization? Who can say the answer? End product of double fertilization. What is the end product of double fertilization? Just have a guess. Very good, beta. End product of double fertilization is seed and fruit. Seed and fruit. Double fertilization, like what is the end product? The end product of double fertilization and seed and fruit. So they will confuse you like this. Okay. Name two organisms in which multiple fission occurs. Name two organisms in which multiple fission occurs. Name two organisms in which double fertilization occur. Double fertilization. Malarial parasite. One answer I am giving you. Malarial parasite. And you know that now, ki malarial parasite is double, what you call, they are having this what you call multiple fission. Malarial parasite, protozoa, plasmodium, yes, they are having the what you call multiple fission. And next one more is there. If you remember the name or not, I don't know you remember the name or not. In the PDF it will be there. Monocystis, 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 monocystis. Malarial parasite and plasmodium are same only, Vikavya. Monocystis is different. Monocystis. So only I requested everyone to read the what you call PDF very nicely. Monocystis, 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 monocystis is the correct answer. Monocystis and plasmodium. Like in very bad situation, if they will be asking two, then you should be ready. Plasmodium one everybody is knowing. Yes, monocystis. Algae no. Some algae are doing, some of the algae are doing, but there will be name for them also. There will be name for them. So only I gave the name of the easiest one which you can remember, monocystis. So now we'll go for the next one. I think many questions are there. Till now we have not touched human reproductive section. So I thought some questions we will cross very fast. But after seeing that name two organisms in which multiple fission. Name the artificial method of vegetative propagation. Artificial method of PDF already I have given 2 to 3 times I have sent in the group. What is stalk in grafting? If you will see the group nicely, you will be getting. Okay, can I go for human part? Because these questions somewhat you will be able to solve, because more than 200 or 250 questions I am having. Means in weird situations also, if they will ask any question, you will be the one who will answer. That I am giving you assurance. Okay, time is less. How much is reproductive life of a human female? How much is the reproductive life of a human female? Go for it. How much is the reproductive life of human female? Reproductive life of human female usually means roughly it starts with 12 years of a girl age till 50 years. and it is called as menarche and menopause. Menarche and menopause. Menopause is the end of reproductive cycle. Okay, yeah, 50 to 60. Reproductive 50 to 60 years, no beta, it starts with 12 year of age, means mostly in an average 12 year of age to 50 year of age. So when the what you call that, when the menstrual cycle starts, it is called as menarche, and when it ends, it is called as menopause. When it's end, it is called as menopause. Yes beta, that is menopause. Menopause will be 40 to 50 years. 40 to 50 years, no, it will be exactly going to 45 to 50 years. 45 to 50 years. After 45 years only, what you call, that is correct only, 45 to 50, that is correct topic. Now, what happened to the ovule and the ovary after fertilization? That is that question, we know it is coming from plant. Mention a two major function of human gonads. Function of human gonad. What is the function of human gonad? What is the function of human gonad? What is the two important function of human gonad? What is the two important function of human gonad? What is the two important function of human gonad? Yes, human gonad, you don't know gonad, that we discussed, we called it a name. Gonads means here testis for male and ovary for female. Okay, testis for male, gonad means testis for male, means the one which is producing sperm, the one which is producing ova, they will be called as gonad. So the testis for male is called as gonad, and ovaries for female will be called as gonad beta. Now what is the work of them? They have a very important work. One is the production of beta hormone formation is one of a very important work for, and another one is gamete formation, that is sperm and ova formation. Gamete formation is one. Yes, gamete formation is one, that is sperm and ova formation. For male, testis is the gonad. For female, ovaries is the gonad. So why they are called as gonad? Because they are involved in a very important function, and that is production of germ cells, gametes. That's why they are called as, since they are involved in the production of gametes, they are called as gonads. Okay, so now the exactly, yes, so production of ova in female and production of sperms in male. Okay, and another important thing is they are also called as, they are associated with accessory glands. Okay, so that they can exactly get help for mobility of these sperms, and accessory glands help in the production process also, now reproduction process also. And next important thing in that is that they are also producing hormones, so which these hormones are exactly specialized for giving a specific character to a human, like male character or female character. So I've discussed every point of it. Okay, male character and female character. Name to physical device used for prevention of pregnancy. Physical device used for prevention of pregnancy. Physical device used for prevention of pregnancy beta. Physical device used for prevention of pregnancy. Prevention of pregnancy. Which physical device is used for prevention or of pregnancy? Physical device they are asking. Physical device. Here we can add condom and copper T name. Okay, condom and copper T name we can add here. Okay, if you will excuse me beta, I'm just going to keep it. Yes, copper T and what you call condoms, they are called as physical device. One is for male, one is for female. Now look here, now I'm going to just keep it till here only, because class 9th is having also science exam today, and they are having final exam. So they are asking questions from me, and I'm just with you all now, so I just have to answer some of their questions beta. Okay, so now whatever questions will be there, just send the questions in the group beta. I'll discuss these questions. Okay, cervical cap also is there, correct Kamya, cervical cap. So see, think straight, don't think so much here and there, then you will make more mistakes. Okay, and we will again have a revision of reproduction chapter, and I think more questions I have to give, so most of the questions I'll be giving offline only.